Maybe
But
was the third base.
okay.
Maybe.
But we're in the game. Let's get this game underway. I'll introduce the players real quick. In the top right-hand corner of the map, Frost, we have I Am Your Father's NoreN spawning as the Protoss player. On the top left-hand corner of this map, we have Kenny, who is playing for a clan that I'm not familiar with, but he's going to play the Zerg in this matchup. So let's see what this game will bring. I'm Phobos, by the way, and I'm casting this with Hellhound. Say hello, Hellhound.
Um,
Wow, your microphone just really bugged out again, or at least
yes,
the connection.
it's like that.
Okay, so what do you think we'll see on this game?
Well, we see that Kenny is again sent his first overlord in the right direction. That can actually make a pretty big difference because it takes so long for the second overlord to reach. You can actually hide the tech behind your mineral line and hit with a timing with it. So because he can do that, he may be safe from some early tech trick.
Exactly, but that will also immediately tell NoreN in what location he has spawned,
Not
and
necessarily if he's very careful. He can watch his overlord because it has slightly more vision range than the buildings and pull it back in the worst possible moment.
exactly. But okay, at this time NoreN is also sending out his probe, and he's going into the right direction immediately as well.
Yeah. We see Kenny's going for a hatch first.
Very standard on this map.
Fortunately for him, NoreN is going for a gateway expand, so there will be no cannon rush. And this is a very strong map for cannon rushes.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot of space you can do it on. You cannot really lock in the cannons though.
In the left corner, just behind, under the gases, you can do it there. You don't need to make a full walk, just make a very small surface area around the cannon.
Exactly, that's enough usually.
Yeah.
But the hatchery went down, followed up by the spawning pool. Do you think we'll see a quick gas being taken? Oh, it's being taken just as I say it.
I'm surprised he took it blindly.
Yes.
I suppose he's assuming it's going to be a gate expand.
Yes, and looking from the vision of Kenny, he still has not scouted his opponent, but a drone and Overlord are hitting that base at pretty much the same time, and they see that there's a gateway and the cybernetics core in construction. No expansion just yet. But a drone is being very annoying to the probe.
Oh yes, drone beats a probe if they just fight.
Exactly.
But if you pull the probe when its shields deplete and then come back in a second, the probe wins.
Yeah, the probe is actually the weakest worker. It also loses to the SEV without any micro.
Actually, the probe would beat the probe against any worker with micro. So it's basically a marine.
Exactly. So who is saying that Protoss is a move race? Doesn't make
everyone.
Any sense. Exactly.
Except Zergs.
But
they know what the real way moving is.
Yeah, they don't really use... Well, they only get the abilities in the late game, I guess. I mean,
oh no! Zergs are entirely A-move.
Yeah.
Are a more complicated kind of A-moving.
Yeah, but you have to split in advance, exactly. But for the rest, once you are pre-split up, you can just A-click on the army of the Protoss or in any other race and just attack them.
Yes. I think Kenny is going to lose this Overlord. It will be very close in any case.
Yeah, he should definitely lose that. Even if it's on the edge, you can almost kill it with one Stalker.
Oh!
Yeah,
no,
there it goes.
Going away. It was very close. Millimeters away.
Did the probe actually make it back home, or was it killed off? It looks like it was killed off, and they... Oh,
yes, it was killed off.
The Zealot did not cover it properly. He's just too slow to keep up with that.
The early gas was just for speed, and he stopped gathering gas.
Exactly.
That most likely means he's going to go for a more macro-oriented game. If you're going for some kind of cheese, it's very useful to keep gathering gas so you can use the first speed links to force an overcharge and then hit with roaches.
Exactly, that would already be very good, but at the same time on the side of NoreN he has established that that expansion at the natural base.
His third base is surprisingly late. He's good now. Yes, I guess he likes to play it safe. It's actually very dangerous to take it before this against gateway expand.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that, but with that speed he does gain all the map control there is on this this map.
He likes to play safe. He must have a high win rate versus Protoss then.
Let's see, because he will get economically behind. I mean, at this time he is only up with 4 workers after the next probes were produced, and he's producing Zerglings now and no more drones, it seems.
Maybe he's intending to pressure. We see NoreN is going for a Twilight Council.
Yes. What do you think it will be used for? Will we see Blink, or will we see anything like DTs or something?
I think he has the money to start a ditch. I'm not
Ah,
sure
you see the Dark
it's
Shrine.
the shrine. The Dark Shrine. It
Okay.
can actually be very because he hasn't started his lair yet. Though he started the spore. Because he's seen this. No,
Uh,
no, just did it blindly. He doesn't even know about the
Yeah, a very safe build by Kenny so far. Taking
Yes.
that third base quite late and
It
even
may
putting
be
the spore
an
crawlers.
accident because the spore placement is extremely odd. DTs can just walk in straight into his base and he can't stop them.
Exactly. He didn't put any spore crawlers in that
Yes.
main base.
I'm not sure how to read into that.
But he's also on 3 gases now. He has continued,
And,
resumed gas
and now
collection.
starts 4 gas.
His 4th gas also started.
He's going for tempo archives, which is 100% means storms. If he wanted Tarkans, he could get them out due to Dark Tempo.
Exactly. There's no yeah, but also the Archons from High Templars are quite a bit cheaper than they are from Dark Templars.
Are they really though? I mean,
Yes, it is a lot of difference in mineral. I believe it's 150 minerals difference for one Archon. Because
I don't know how, but isn't the gas you get worth a bit more?
yeah, you do save a bit of gas, but that difference is 50 gas, I believe. One Dark
They got
Templar.
the tempo archives only for Archons to make cheaper Archons.
Yeah, but okay, he's sending out those Dark Templars at this time. Do you think they'll get any damage done?
Yes, they can certainly do some damage. There is only one spore and the lair is incomplete. If the
Yes.
lair was finished, he would have had time to make an overseer, if he knew. He
Yes.
hasn't spotted them yet. If he did, he would have moved his Zerglings around them and hold positioned. Kind of like to do now.
Well, he does spot them now, it seems like, keeping those Zerglings very active. Oh,
Yeah,
and the one Dark Templar is running near that Spore Crawler.
That's very clever of Kenny. He made the drones on hold position,
Yes, he's
and now he just replaced it, so
very
safe.
nice. How many workers did he kill? He killed 3 workers in that engagement.
That's
which-
not even worth Dark Tempo. Very impressive.
That's
On the
not
other
a
hand,
lot
though,
of
he
damage.
expands. He made sure to get his third base behind this while he's on the while Kenny is on the defense.
Yes, he's busy with it. Was it scouted by that Overlord? No, it
Uh,
was not
I think
scouted
it
by the
was-
Overlord in the north.
Oh, well, very important because he has the links to deny it. If he
Exactly.
just attacks.
But he's keeping them at home to defend against these Dark Templars, which really did not do a whole lot of damage. One was focusing on the Evolution Chamber, and
And 23 drones made in one production cycle.
that's a lot. He's going full macro mode right now. And
He's
looking
up to 75 drones.
that's a very nice number for a Zerg at this stage of the game. But also that third base is very close to being secured, because fighting
Yes.
at this third base there are
Once the
quite
when it's the photon overcharge, will keep it safe.
yeah, and also those Archons in the chokes. As long as the Zerglings do not get a full surround, they will get that damage done to the Zerglings.
You don't lose some. But with the sentries, it's easy to get it, so it will be fine.
Exactly.
No, I'm packing backwards. It's very get even up to around trees.
Yes, and we do
The
see that
storm is
plus
almost
one.
done. Once it's done, any link aggression will be shut down completely.
Yes. Well, the plus one for our Protoss is done. The attack upgrade. He's going into plus 1 armor now. I don't understand that choice, I must say. Usually you see Protosses going to plus 3 attack before getting any armor upgrades actually. And he does
Because
have that
it's not that
Twilight
useful, it
Council
only
already.
affects half their health.
Excuse me?
Because it's not that useful, it only affects half of their health.
Exactly. So that's why I'm
Yes.
really curious why he didn't just go for the attack upgrade.
They also have extremely irritation pit. Maybe he's planning to transition into swarm hosts.
Well, that's
Or,
very strong against the composition that NoreN has at this time.
Either that or quick Ultralisks. I don't believe it will be Broodlords, because if it were Broodlords, he would have gone for quicker Spire. It's possible he's just getting it for the Vipers too, but does he know about the Templar?
Yes. Well, it was completely scouted
No.
by that hallucinated Phoenix, and he's going into double robotics. He smells
know
something
about the High
fishy.
Templar. So if he goes for Viper, it could be very bad for him. Well, at least no, he still hasn't spotted the Templar. Now
Oh, there he goes.
Yes.
Some nice force fields already, though.
Oh,
Keeping
but
the,
still a bad position. No, excellent
Templar
storms.
safe. And the recall. They did do a lot of damage against those roaches, and they do not have burrow just yet. And we see the Enduring Locust on the production tab. We're going to see some Swarm Host play.
Yes. I think he intended to go for Viper, but changed his mind when he saw the Templars. A double robo is coming from NoreN.
Yes, it's almost done already as well. So most likely he'll just produce some observers from there and go into those colossus as soon as possible. Robotics Bay is being put down already. We do have a large run by into that natural base of NoreN at this point, and the army of NoreN is completely out of position. He does use that recall ability to go back to his main base.
But that means he doesn't have the... He won't have it for a long time now. Because he just chooses to second two.
Yes, he will not have any energy for photon overcharge. The Nexus is being focused down at this time. Very nice storm, really weakening those roaches a lot already.
In the meantime, Kenny is taking his fourth base as far as away from the Protoss as possible. I don't feel with this position because he's being very, very aggressive. When you're aggressive, you want your base to be closer to your opponent. Exactly. So that way the distance you want to run between defending and attacking is small.
And also with having Templars on that cliff, it's just so easy to drop storms on the low ground and kill a lot of workers in one go. So that's also a reason why I guess that Zerg does not like to take the that other expansion location with a Protoss spawners.
It's actually an extremely hard position to break for Protoss. If there are some there.
Yeah, but it's a kind of a stalemate, and if you just sneak those Templars through, it can still do a lot of damage.
It is certainly, but in a way it's very predictable. Now he has the Swarm Hosts out, and because of the Colossus, he really can't push here. Yes. He can go up with the storms, but as long as he keeps moving the Swarm Hosts back, he should be fine. And there,
he's extending very far on that creep. Yes, he does have those storms.
As long as Kenny doesn't engage, Q will be fine here.
Exactly, he's recalling again to that third base location. Oh, one of the probes is actually stuck here. It cannot return the minerals it has mined. Too bad for him.
Poor probe.
But Double Colossus is in production right now. When we look at the upgrades, it's still only 1-1 for our Protoss, but the Zerg is already on 2-2 by now, which is very nice for him.
Somewhat surprised, but he still doesn't have a Spider or a Corruptor. No, or a Vipers. Hive for Vipers.
8 more Swarm Hosts in the production though. He's going full Swarm Host mode.
Yeah, that's extremely dangerous without any Corruptors and Vipers to support them.
Exactly, but those Colossus with that many Swarm Hosts, you cannot get anywhere close. Another Zergling run by into the third base location while he's trying to take his fourth. It looks like he's going to
do Colossus to hold back that many Swarm Hosts. There's 16 Swarm Hosts on the map now.
Yes, and only 3 Colossus are out right now.
Yes, if he had the creep spread to be able to attack at the moment and some Corruptors to cover him, yes, NoreN would be in a very bad position.
His creep spreader is definitely holding him back at this time. It is being done very nicely.
NoreN knows Swarm Host though. He's already taking his first base because he knows can major attack, only small run bys.
Yes, and we do see a warp in at the main base of Kenny right now with 2 Zealots and 1 Sentry. I'm not quite sure what the Sentry is for.
Force field the workers in. It won't work because the minerals are mined out.
Exactly.
2-3 force fields there.
But he does see the timing of the hive coming through. And the Dark Templar is going to town on the spore, but that won't matter at all with the Overseers overhead as well.
Going run by already.
Yes.
A very aggressive player.
Oh, he is just on move command. He's trying to go for those Swarm Hosts it seems, but there is no observer anywhere near.
He's doing a lot of damage, so he might have actually got one.
Okay, and he's back into the main base, going for the Spore Crawler. Dark Templar is still in vision range of the north side Spore Crawler though.
Yes.
So no chance
to do any down, damage. So Corruptors will be out soon. That means that the NoreN needs to add more Templars to his mix very quickly.
Yes, or at least also more Archons, because Archons just melt those Corruptors as well.
Corruptors are probably, for their cast, the toughest units in the game. They don't on each other, nothing actually kills them at the pace. Except Void Rays.
Void Rays really do kill them, but they do clump a whole lot, so those Archons do a lot of splash damage against them. But those, the creep spread is still really holding him back. He cannot really move those Swarm Hosts, and we see it.
You generally don't want to have Archons though.
No,
they're extremely expensive and they're easy to use, to lose.
Well,
Don't really
keeping the Archons behind the Colossi while you kill all the Locusts, and then the Corruptors try to move in, and then you use the Archons to attack those. That
but
can
the
be very
Corruptors will
powerful.
range the Archons. So there is a period of time where Corruptors can freely shoot at the Colossus then.
Yeah. Okay.
Void Ray with Templars are better. But
Then-
first and most importantly, you need enough Colossus to be safe against the Locust.
exactly.
Otherwise, you can't go on the offense. I'd just like to point out something very smart Kenny did. He unburned all of his swarm costs to synchronize their spawn rates, so it's spawn instead of several small ones.
Yeah, there's just a huge blob of locusts moving its way across the map. And actually, if the creep spread was present, then it would actually reach into the 4th base of NoreN right now.
Creep spread is very important for walkers because it increases their movement speed by 40% as opposed to the 30% every other Zerg unit gets, except Queens.
Exactly.
It's not the way, which is big of a deal as for Zerg because the walkers are free units, make them slightly more efficient, but it doesn't allow them to survive longer against their massive damage.
Exactly.
If he makes them switch to another composition, then it could be of a big importance. Now he's only doing it because he has free money and he's maxed out.
Okay, we do see 9 Corruptors on the field right now, and we have 5 Colossi. Do I see that correctly? Yes, 1 more Colossus is in production. And the supply is actually looking very nice for
Dwarfing
NoreN.
coming at the bottom part of the screen.
Yes,
Eight
a
and a
lot
Dark
of
Templar.
Zealots and a Dark
This was
Templar.
His 6th base.
There's no detection at that at the 4th base at least.
Oh, that's very dangerous.
Yes, a lot of spine crawlers. They will.
If Dwarf and a few more DTs, it would be bad, but I think his army, his roaches would get there in time. Yes, they're going.
Yes. And there's also a hit squad of locusts, but I do
Yes.
think that they will be timed out right before the locusts hit that base. The entire army is being pulled to that 4th base location.
He needs to get rid of these roaches so he can get more. This isn't really enough Corruptors to efficiently snipe out Colossus, and there are a lot of Colossus.
Exactly.
Because they are a big Corruptor bow, they are safe to just shoot. He
This
should
5th
hide
base
this.
will fall now as well with the 2 Dark Templars and the Zealot. It will get denied. And he did take that
He's
base.
working even more, so he's going to threaten the 5th base even with this even. While
Yeah.
he's pushing the swarm
Oh,
cost.
we see an engagement at the middle of the map at the base of Kenny. A lot of Corruptors following those Colossus. A recall to get back
He
to
didn't
his
have anything
main
to
base.
protect the Colossus. Oh, poor Colossus is going to get picked off.
Oh no, that's such a waste always when that happens.
In the meantime, base is under threat. And there is again no Spore here.
Still no Spore Crawler. He should definitely send in those Dark Templars as soon as possible.
I'm not sure why he hesitated. I like how many proxy pylons he actually has around the map.
Oh, all those Colossus get sniped by the Roaches and the Corruptors. Only 2 Colossi are left. Some Archons are being warped in, but will that actually be enough?
The roaches are up. Oh wow. And well, the 5th base is under attack. The Corruptors left here now, so they can't actually kill him. But the Swarm Coast are slowly starting to egg forward.
Yes, they
Oh, the
stepped
5th base has
forward a
fallen.
little bit.
This is a very big deal actually, even though he has a huge bank now.
Yes, he's definitely ahead in supply, and he can produce those extra units as soon as possible. But also the upgrades are really working in Kenny's favor. He is at 3-3, and the Protoss has stopped upgrading after he got that 2-2. Finally, +3 armor is coming through. Let's see if he will start that +3 attack soon as well, but he's very low on money, and he needs units right now. Now the hit squad at the bottom at the 4th base location is being cleaned up slowly. A lot of Corruptors and Overseers with that army.
Kenny is starting to remake some drones. He really positioned his drones a bit because he had a very low mineral income, as low as
Yes. He did lose a few drones. 9 drones were lost, but he killed 38 of his opponents. That's a very nice
he lost a
number.
lot more drones because of all the spines he had to build through the course of this game. That's a lost drone for everyone.
Yeah, but I don't really count it that way. Another hit squad at the newly established 4th base though. 3 spine crawlers are ready, but those Zealots seem to be very beefy, and wow, even the drones being pulled off the line to fight it, but it just does not seem enough.
2 Zealots are pretty good, I guess.
Yeah,
And
they are
there's
very...
The Dark Force, except the Locusts. There's so this is fairly shut down, but it does reduce his mineral income even more.
Exactly.
Apart from killing some drones.
Yes, his natural base is actually mined out. So currently we see that Kenny is only on a 1 base economy. He has 39 workers at that 3rd base location.
While NoreN is actually overpropped on 2 bases.
Well, yes, but when we look at the income, we do see that NoreN is doubling the income of Kenny right now, which he's
actually in a safe position to get a 5th base, because Kenny isn't in a good position to attack, else the counterattacks would kill him.
Yes,
and every spine that's built here is another was drone actually. He's down to 56 drones because of it. He's going for a really big swarm host push, which can be seen from the observer.
Yeah, the observer spots it immediately as well, but it will get taken out with those.
But there's so many swarm hosts and only 4 kill at them.
But this is also a very nice joke. We don't see any force fields
the
to
storms
control.
skew all the wall. The swarm hosts are exposed.
Oh wow! And those Archons are in a great position to get rid of the Corruptors. There they go. And now these Swarm hosts will all most likely lose their lives if he kills them before they respawn their Locust. A little bit too late, but very nice Storm again on the Locust. Still doing a lot of damage. There's actually no detection for NoreN right here, right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Kenny didn't know that.
No, he could have just stayed burrowed.
Yeah, he can't really push into this. Probably should never push into the spines.
No, now he is overextending, and well, when he is off the creep, he can run away again. But there are some more roaches at the main base.
On top of the swarm hosts. If he didn't, he would have saved and he would have been able to deny mining from this base even further.
Exactly.
At least for a little while.
Well, NoreN is taking his 5th base right now. It is finishing up, and Kenny is still on 4 bases, which means that he only has 2 mines.
NoreN CO'd his bases. So Dark Tempo are his coverage. He can't actually expand.
No.
Without killing them.
There's a Dark Templar at every location.
Safe anymore.
That's very nice zoning by NoreN, because Kenny cannot send his entire army right there, because then the Swarm host without the support will be very vulnerable against the army of NoreN.
He can just send a few units to clean it up, because NoreN can see that, and he needs to go there with some of his roaches and overseers and just kill all the proxy pylons. But there are a lot of proxy pylons.
Exactly, he's got them everywhere.
Yes.
Even on the left side there? No, I don't see a pylon on the left side, but well, still there are quite some pylons, and he has the means to be very annoying with this counterattack.
This is the best against mass swarm cost styles.
At this time there are actually only 12 swarm hosts left, which I don't think is a very big number actually.
It's the absolute minimum number at which they
Exactly, it does give a lot of space for other units, but roaches in this stage of the game...
Because he still doesn't have an observer with his army, he only has 1 Colossus. Well, he has storms to kill the locusts.
That would be very useful.
Keep pushing. Oh, this is a very nice timing from him. He's going to attack after the locusts.
Yes. But still no observer, and he could definitely use them. The positioning of the roaches will work against the swarm host now actually.
I think he spotted them when the walker spawned and instantly killed them with the...
Yeah, and there's the observer now as well, but it looks like he's going to lose his entire army with those reinforcing locusts.
Roaches are a very good unit. They were able to stop the stalkers. But there is a lot of reinforcing army for...
Oh, and he keeps the Colossus alive so far, which is also a big win.
That's a very big deal. There are no corruptors on the ground as long as he... in the air. As long as he gets a few Colossus, he will be completely fine.
Yes, and also now Kenny does have a lot of gas banked up, but he does not have the minerals to support it.
He only has 1 mining base now.
And still no 5th base. He's being starved out.
Yeah, he's floating 6,000 gas and he has nothing to do.
Exactly. Infestors, it looks like it's going to be the choice. That's a big gas dump for Zerg players usually, and it can be very useful in combination with the Locust if you cannot retreat from them. But also Vipers would be huge in a position that that Kenny is in right now.
I think they'll be... Oh, actually, they could actually give him a chance because there are so few Colossus. And he could use the Vipers to pull the Colossus into the spines.
Also,
so he can kill them without... Important note about Vipers is that they're the toughest spellcaster in the game with 150 health. As long as you deplete a bit of their energy, a feedback won't kill them.
Exactly, you have to be careful with that, and yeah.
And
Can you
because
actually interrupt the consume ability that you make them stop before it is
yes, you can.
fully completed? Okay, so you can definitely take note from that as well.
You can take one consume doesn't even put your energy. You just need to make sure to deplete it a bit. That way they don't get hurt. And if they get feedback, you pull them back, put them into your queens. Unless they have the Protoss has a massive number of Templars, you can use that trick to simply deplete his energy, feedback
Yes,
energy, and then abduct.
exactly. And
And
also
because
this.
abduct has the same range as feedback, you might get a lucky abduct in the meantime.
Okay, I was just about to say it. NoreN does not have his second gas at that fourth base location. It was killed off by the Locust. I would love to see him take it back again, but as I was
And
saying it, he is constructing it again, and he's expanding to the south side once more. So his economy will be flying. He's ahead in probes, and he is so far
he's
ahead
playing this.
in supply as well.
I really like how he's playing it. Just slowly and calmly, without hurrying, making sure he takes a lot of bases.
Yes, and Kenny has also finally managed to take that extra base.
But there is still a Dark Templar. At least he knows about it.
Yes,
Good overseer position.
finally he's got the overseers in position to deal with that indeed. But he just does not have the minerals, and he needs an army as well.
And if he drones up now, he's not going to have the force to defend. He just his minerals for corruptors. I think more Swarm Host would have been a better choice in this case.
Yes, and at the fourth base location, I would say that it would be a lot better to just go for the drones, because he does not have the money to replace all those drones that he's losing, and he only has 52 right now.
Yes, and the biggest issue is that while he may have the money, he doesn't have the time, because this is happening.
Look at how far those locusts are out of position. He's going to lose his bases. No way that he can save this one.
Yeah.
And there it goes. He also has an overseer with his army. He has quite a lot of stalkers, and he also has quite some archons and storm energy. So those corruptors cannot do a whole lot.
Just stretching the Zerg as thin as he can, and there is nothing to defend there at the moment.
Yes, the mothership core was sniped off by those corruptors, which is very nice. But it looks like this base at the bottom left side is going to fall once more with a big zealot run by. NoreN does have the minerals and the income to spend on those zealots to get some extra damage in as well.
And his army is moving to the bottom side, which leaves his top turret for another attack if NoreN managed to go for it. I think he's focusing on his macro at the moment. Just max out for one big push and go.
Exactly, producing one more Colossus. He can produce even more, but I bet he is scared that Kenny will go into mass corruptors once more.
Because he's unsure of how much money he has.
Exactly.
Too much, but
he should know that. Oh, nice storms on those workers. A lot of them get away with only 1 health.
yes. Though this is more about baiting the army downside, I think. He's getting ready.
Yeah,
He's warping almost entirely in Templars and Colossus.
He's just keeping his opponent busy. He has a very nice Colossus force right now as well. 7 Colossus. With the handful of corruptors that Kenny has right now, it will take quite some time.
He has a lot of storms though. He can just storm all the walkers to get on top of the swarm hosts and kill them.
This arm, oh, it looks like it's going to be caught out of position as well. They tried to burrow, but he already loses half of his swarm host before they got burrowed. This looks very bad for Kenny actually. Storm goes down on the corruptors. They get taken out as well, and still those colossi are alive. Well, there's not even a GG in this game, but a very nice game for NoreN actually.
Yes, I liked very much how he played the game. Just slowly a page without ever committing too much.
No, and denying the economy, abusing the ability, the ability that the swarm host lacked to deny the economy of Kenny definitely helped him. Look at that gas bank that he still has.
Yes, I don't really like this map for swarm hosts.
No, there are just so many paths. It's so incredibly open, and fighting in the chokes with those swarm hosts, that's really what you want.
It's an issue if a map is open. It's an issue if it's hard to take misses. Like, Castrequest is actually a pretty open map itself, or habitation station, but it's an map swarm host because you can put them in one of the swarm hosts and they can move multiple directions, which makes it very hard to move out.
Okay, well, I guess we can conclude that it's a very good game played by NoreN, and well, I'm curious to see if we will see him again in action soon. So
Yes,
thank you for this co-cast, and
I
well, I'll make sure
enjoyed
to
it.
upload it soon.